Photoshop those red eyes. Oh God, these gotta go. Oh. Oh, nothing better. Nothing better. What's going on, YouTube? I am HOTMESS, MUA, otherwise known as Vanessa. And today I am doing a video that I haven't done in a minute. New makeup releases. Will I buy? Yeah or nah? Yay or nay? I don't do this every week, and there are other YouTubers that do it every week. I know Angelica Nyquist does hers every Sunday. Another YouTuber that Angie has recommended does hers on Wednesday. I think it's Samantha March. I do it when I'm inspired to do it. And I kept thinking, oh, I should do the new releases. I should do the new releases. And every time I looked through Trend Moods posts or Hot Fire Makeup, I was uninspired. I was like, I do not want to film this video where the whole time I'm saying no, no, no. Then it turned into an anti-haul, and really rather it be a discussion. Like, I could mention a product, you guys can tell me what you think about it, or mention some new things that maybe I missed. Because sometimes it's hard to find the indie stuff unless you already know and you follow that indie page. Let me know if there's an Instagram person out there that really focuses on the new releases for indies. I'd like to know. So I'm just gonna pop into new releases. Some of these are, definitely already have come out, and I just didn't hit on them because I have been, for lack of better words, uninspired. Since the last one of my new makeup releases, I have purchased some things. I got the Divina Pixie Dust little quad palette, and I think that's pretty much it. I did pick up some Holly kind of skincare stuff, but not a lot of makeup related items. Sometimes you get to a point where you're like, okay, I think I might actually have everything, and some things are just not inspiring, not telling me a story, not making me want to tell a story. So moving right along. One of the first things that I saw that I actually have been interested in since Marlena talked about it like over a year ago. Power Pigments, they're coming out with 10 new pigments, and they're in a square, I guess maybe so you'd know that they were the pigments, but I kind of wish they would have just stayed with the circle. That's coming out on May 3rd. I am excited for this because it's newness for Makeup Geek, and Makeup Geek has like a place in my heart. Makeup Geek made me fall in love with indie and single eyeshadows, and I wanted them all. And then Makeup Geek started to die, and I know that Marlena has had some really heavy personal things happen in her life with health, with a relationship, and I'm sure that's very hard when it's all on social media, but I wish she would have dived some of her sorrows into her brand and kept that going, and then she started another brand, which I'm not all that excited about. I wear a uniform, so fashion is not something that I can be all about because I don't go anywhere. So what, I'm gonna be fashionable for YouTube? Not gonna happen. So anyway, new Power Pigments, I'm excited about them. I hope they're amazing, but Marlena did show them on her Snapchat. It felt like right after Manny's palette, and I had been like, when are those coming out? Those colors that were supposed to be kind of like Sugar Pill and da-da-da, and now here they are, and it's 10 of them. But hopefully they'll be amazing. I don't know the price points yet, but if I find out anything more, I will leave it in the description box below. Number 2. Courtney and Kylie Cosmetics, the sisters, have come together to do a collab. It makes sense because she hasn't done a collab with this sister yet. The thing that got me, and I love the idea of quads, but I don't feel like the quads tell a completed color story because some of the quads have like 3 metallics and like 1 matte, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? You got a transition shade and 3 shimmers? No, you need to reach for other things, which I'm okay with, but one quad in particularly, the one that I find most interesting, looks very much like Kylie's Holiday, like the naughty set. And I'm not really actually interested in anything Kylie really does. Nothing has got me to bring me to that side, but that's a new release that has come out and I'm not going to buy it. Next up was the Melt Cosmetics Baby Girl collection, and they decided to add on some blushes and these blush toppers. They're like multi-dimensional highlight blushes things. I really wanted the Baby Girl collection, but they released it a month late, and then all of a sudden I saw it on Trend Mood that it was coming up. It's like I didn't get an email from Melt. I didn't really like the way that they did their release. I'll watch some reviews. I'll wait to see how it goes, and maybe it'll be something I get in the future. I love the idea behind it and the colors behind it, but the prices are kind of crazy. So maybe if someone I really respect gets it and does a good review, we'll see. Maybe Makeup Struggles will come back to us and she'll come back with the Melt Baby Girl collection. Fingers crossed. The next one that I thought was actually kind of interesting is the Becca Dreamsicle highlighter. It's this really pretty orange, creamy looking highlight. It looks interesting, and maybe later on I might pick something up like that. It's not like I feel like I need to get my hands on it, because even if it is limited edition, Becca brings everything back. So I'm not worried about I need it now. But I do like the way it looks. I'd love to go in store and swatch it. The next one was actually brought to my attention. I had a live stream and we were chatting about makeup, and some of my friends brought up Inglot and J-Lo, and it's 70 pieces. 70. Why? Why 70 pieces? Make like a palette, or, I mean, because the diehards, like I'm a diehard, and if it was somebody that I really loved, I would be freaking out because I'd be like, I can't get all 70. It's just not like plausible. YouTubers will get it, influencers will get it. But they showed the swatches of like J-Lo putting the swatches on her, and it was like, she was like, ooh, and I'm like, ooh, your skin tone. Ooh, your skin tone. Look at the pigment. And I'm like, where, girl, where? But it just does nothing for me. I think that if they had focused on a beautiful bronzy highlight, or if she had done a very nude for women of color kind of palette, it might have grabbed us. But it's so basic. It's so basic. I'm like, And another one of those times that you're like, oh, you grabbed a name and put it on a collab. That's just how it feels to me, not very authentic. So that's a no for me. If any of you guys end up picking up any pieces, or if there's anything that grabs you, let me know. I'm curious. The lipsticks look nice, but I'm not familiar with Inglot's formula. The next big, huge release was Smashbox and Vlada MUA. She does all those beautiful drippy lip things, like that's her signature thing. The highlighters on that collection look incredible. One of my favorite Instagram pages, Angela Mary Tanner, did her swatches, and she's like, I want to love these because the packaging is on point. And if you take color 1 and color 3 and mix them together, they're amazing. But color 1 and color 3 on their own are crap. I was like, I just can't get behind it. The lippies look really pretty, but again, I'm not familiar with Smashbox formula, so that whole collection is a no for me. But some of them look really, really interesting, but it's a no for me. Here's a release I would have loved to get. I'm a little salty about. Bite Beauty is coming out with an astrology lipstick each month, and the day that they came out with Taurus, now, I'm not a Taurus, but the color looked stunning. They announced it at, I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning or something crazy for Sephora, and it was sold out like that. It was sold out when Trend Mood posted live now, and I got over there, it was gone. So I think that if Bite is gonna do stuff like this, and I hate pre-order, but if you guys can't put it out there, then pre-order it, because people wanted it. This color was really pretty. The Aquarius color I found out was like this bright purple, which I would have never worn, but I wanted the Taurus color. It looks so pretty. So any of you guys hear of a restock, let me know, but Bite Beauty says they're not doing it. That I would have loved to get, and that was irritating. Another one I saw, Sigma and Sunday Riley are coming together to make brushes for Sunday Riley skincare. I know Sunday Riley has a lot of different skincare, but I think they're really known for their oils. And oils go best with like the hands. You pat those in, you massage them in. So I don't understand the brush aspect. I feel like this is really gimmicky, and Sunday Riley oils are so expensive. I wouldn't want a brush to absorb any of that, and if they're all silicone brushes like the mask ones, then that's just a waste of money. I'll let you guys know, they're not out yet, but I'm feeling like gimmick the house, okay? Artist Couture and Jackie Aina, their La Peach and La Bronze is come back, and it's also now in Sephora. I do have one Artist Couture highlighter. They're really pretty, they're blinding, they're kind of glittery, and I think it's awesome that they collabed with someone like Jackie. My only issue with those is I remember at Christmas time, Jackie being like limited edition, and now it's back, and now it's back at Sephora. So for those of you that didn't get it, yay, it's back, but please stop using the words limited edition. It gives some of us anxiety. Here's an interesting one. Kim KW collab with the winner of Glam Masters. I never watched the Glam Masters show, but the winner was Argenis Penal or something like that, and they made eye crayons, and they're expensive for eye crayons. I like the idea of eye crayons, especially if they're completely budge proof. I like the ones that are, you know, multi-use, like Bite Beauty, or give me another one. I can't think of another one, but those kind of things. So far, everything that I've seen from Kim KW, it seems like she sells mini products at full prices. So I could just in my head already see that whatever these crayons are they gonna be this big? But I'm like super happy for the guy that won. Good on you, because you're collaborating with someone like Kim KW, you're gonna blow up. But that product's a no for me. The next one, Laura Lee's Nudie Patootie palette. If you have the Naked Heat and the Naked One or any neutral palette, I feel like we already all have these. I understand the thought process behind an all-inclusive nude palette if it truly is that. I felt like the darkest color wasn't dark enough, although I've seen videos where they were doing true like smoky kind of eyes. It just didn't excite me, it didn't grab me. I feel like it should have been the first release for her. But nonetheless, maybe she's like appealing to her younger audiences who are building up their makeup, but I feel like most people that watch people like Laura Lee or Jaclyn Hill, they buy a lot of stuff. So they would already have this kind of thing in their collection. Although I can't, you know what? You could say the same thing about Soft Glam, and I love it. I don't regret having it. So just for me personally, it's not a palette that I would want. The one that she showed in her video, and I'm sure it's all her beauty lighting, it looked more pinky, and I was about that one. But then when I saw the Instagram, it looked more brown, and I was like, So that's already out, and it's 45 bucks. Next collab, YouTuber Shayla and ColourPop. She had a really pretty looking palette. Shayla does more neutral looks, but when she goes out of her comfort zone and does bold colors, she looks so beautiful. So there are some pops of color in it, but it truly is a pop of color effect. I just lost a light. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about my face. Where was I going? Oh, so Shayla, feel like it's, you know, a classic ColourPop palette. It didn't do anything really for me, but she came out with the Luxe lipsticks, and Shayla does a wicked good nude lip. She likes nude lips, so I'm about that life. I want those 3 lipsticks. I haven't bought them yet. I still want some Luxe lipsticks from ColourPop's Butterfly collection. And I've really just been trying to not spend money constantly, but I do want the Shayla lippies, and I want some of the Butterfly ones because I love a good nude lipstick, and the formula is so good. Next up, Lime Crime Venus 3. So that is $38, and you know that they did the Venus Extra Large, which I feel like was kind of late to the game, and now they have the Venus 3. Now, while it's not mind-blowing, and I wish that some of the purples were more purple, because if you remember, Venus 1 was that grunge, and it was like our minds were blown. You couldn't even buy it. It was like, you could not get it. It took me forever to get that. And then Venus 2 came out, and it had that yellow and the grungy, darker side. I wish that Venus 3 had taken it there with the purples. I feel like it's neutral, mauvey kind of colors, but those shades look good on everybody. Everybody. Green eyes, oh my gosh. Brown eyes, they'll pull out all the different colors in your browns, but every other color does benefit from using those kind of shades. But I do feel like a lot of us already have those kind of colors in our arsenal, you know? I still want it. It doesn't mean I'm gonna buy it now, but in the future, maybe it'll pop up on a sale somewhere. Now that they're sold at Ulta, maybe I'll get it on a 20% off or something like that. I do want it in my collection, but it's not a new release that I need right now. Next one up is the Wet n Wild Flights of Fancy. It's got these really cute little hummingbirds, and it's very spring with lip balms and blushes and liners and some eyeshadow palettes. And while I appreciate them extending the range and doing different things, I really like their little glitter eyelid toppers, their liquid eyeshadows. So I wish that they would have done some springy kind of colors, summery kind of, you know, really vibrant ones, nothing with the black base, because then you lose the color, but like a really fun yellow or something like that. Those kind of colors. I feel like it's pretty safe, and there's nothing in there, even for that great price point. I think the whole box is like $35. I still won't get them. Wet n Wild does not excite me as far as their eyeshadow palettes. I don't care if they're a perfect dupe for higher ends. They just never have done something for me, and I don't know what that is exactly, but I'm all about those liquid eyeshadows. So if they would have had some of those in it, I would have been about it. But I still think it's a great price, and their quality is definitely stepping up. Next up is Kim Kardashian West has a new perfume. On April 30th, you too can get a mini statue of Kim's done up body. While I can understand like that woman power and being proud of your body, there's also that line there. I'm sure she has insecurities just like anybody, but we all know that her body has been completely enhanced. While I don't hate on that, I'm jealous that I don't have the money to enhance in such ways. But it's almost like having a Barbie doll and filling it with perfume. It's not real, it's not reachable for most of us. I'm not all about it. I'm not about it. I don't care what it smells like. Not a fan, not about it. But if you love Kim K, I think that's great. And you might like the perfume, and if you do, let me know later on. Kat Von D Anniversary Palette, I've talked about this before, now we've seen closer up look for it. I really like the layout. I like that there is color story to it, that you can see the quads in there or the trios. I don't think the colors are as groundbreaking as I thought they would be. I don't know, I kind of stack everything up to the Mi Vida Loca, and they seem a little more dim and muted than I would think when you're basing this whole collection off your 10 muses and the anniversary and everything's done in gold, but the inside of the palette is a little muted for what I expected. Now, granted, I have not touched it. I haven't seen swatches. I haven't seen any videos on it yet. I'm inspired by the idea. As I watch the videos about the muses, I'm inspired. But so far, if I just looked at the palette and I didn't know Kat Von D's name was on it, I wouldn't think twice about it. I still will end up buying it though. Maybe not on the 5th of May, because I'm kind of broke right now, but I'll try to buy it. Just being honest. Huda Beauty came out with some mini palettes, and the last ones that she did, I almost got the bright colored one. I put the brakes on it, but a lot of people said that the quality was really good on those little guys. One of them's coral. I am wanting that little coral one. Maybe it'll make up for the fact that I didn't get Baby Girl from Melt. But I like the color story from that one. And then the other one is Gemstone. So they're all shiny. I don't need any of those. I already have enough Urban Decay palettes that are mostly shimmery and a matte or 2 mattes. I don't want that. But I'm really interested in that coral palette. It looks really pretty. Jeffree is bringing some lipsticks, some lip ammos into the liquid lipstick side. The shade Allegedly, Thick as Thieves, Birthday Suit, and Skin Tight. I would definitely think about getting Birthday Suit. Allegedly is a great lipstick. Thick as Thieves is nice, but Skin Tight is borderline concealer lips. So, but I love his liquid lipstick formula. I'm enjoying the lipstick formula more. So like a bolder color like Allegedly would be really nice as a liquid lipstick. And then some of his old ones are coming back, like the pumpkin one. That one's good. That one's really, really pretty. So if you haven't got that one, you might want to think about visiting his site on May the 5th, because some of his oldies are coming back. I might get a backup of that pumpkin one. I love that one. It's so pretty. It's different. When I was a blonde, I loved that color on me. Maybe I'll put that up in the cards. Sydney Grace is actually coming out Monday the 30th. They're doing their version of Icy Bitch. And a lot of greens, extensions of greens, and I think some blues into their collection, and everything will be 20% off that day. So you're getting, there's a palette that you can get, a set for $42, as well as some extensions of new colors that are permanently into the line. I would like it very much if they would do palettes that are like their swatches, where they show you like a whole look with one color and they'll show you colors that go with it. I would like Sydney Grace to go in that direction a little bit, instead of just color gradations of one color. Give me more color story. But I'm excited that everybody's taken a hold of this mistake of Tartes and making us colors. That's a good thing. Divina Cosmetics also did that. They did the blue batch. Instead of Icy Bitch, they did the blue batch. And that was 64 bucks. Came with a couple mattes, couple shimmers, and 2 highlighters. And the only reason I didn't pick that up is because I have most of those shades, because they're from their regular range, the regular line. So it would be silly for me to spend that much money when I had half of them, and I wasn't pulled in enough to get the rest of them. $64 currently on the site. Next one is a pre-order, and it was from Cleonod. I'm butchering the name. Anyway, Paleo came back, and Archeo, like archaeologist, that's the new one. And it's a big old palette, and it's kind of done in quads. So 2 mattes, 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, 2 shimmers, 2 mattes, and 2 shimmers. So to create color stories. And Angelica Nyquist is going to be doing the eye looks for, like, you know, examples for us to see. I'm really excited to see that. Pre-order right now. I hate pre-order. It makes me feel a certain way. It makes me feel like I have to order this now or I will miss out. Angelica told us, don't worry about it. If you want to wait, get it on the release, which will be sometime in May. And then the next one I wanted to mention was Certify. They did the Tropic Wonders palette. It was kind of a gradation of rainbow. I don't own that. But they also had a Dynasty palette, and that one is on pre-order right now. It's open now, but if you order before, well, right now they're having a sale. It's April 25 for 25% off their site. And because I'm in the US, the shipping is a bit more than I'm used to paying. So you could order that now, but it doesn't ship out until July. But you could save 25% off if you buy it now. Why? Why so far out? So far out. But if you're interested, 25% off with April 25, and that's anything on their site. I wanted to do a bundle and get the Tropic Wonders and Dynasty, but I would have had to wait until July for the one that was already out. So 2 separate orders. Do I really need that right now? Do I need a rainbow palette? Not really. Not really. And then just to let you guys know, I know that Looksy Beauty is coming out with liquid lippies. I thought it was supposed to be April, but April's over. So maybe it'll be May. I'll let you know as I know more. All right, guys, that is, what was I gonna tell you? Sydney Grace? Yes, I'm interested in those things. I think I pretty much covered as much new releases and things that I am interested in right now. I'm interested in a lot of skincare right now. My face is peeling because of my Retin-A. It's a very interesting process. I might have to tell you guys about that. What it's like to have your face slough off and you can't wear any makeup and you're peeling in all kinds of ways, but when you don't have makeup on, you're super shiny. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, is there any new releases that I missed, things that you're interested in, a place I can find out more about indies, because I kind of have to just go and find it. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Mwah. Bye.